Good morning, dear students. In this session, today we are going to discuss plastics. Right? What is plastic? Plastic is polymer. Right? Plastic is coming from plasticity. It means molding of this polymer is possible. Okay, children. Now, polymer, it means product of large number of monomers, right? Single unit of polymer is known as monomer, and repetition of n number of monomers by polymerization process gives biggest chain or biggest molecule, which is known as polymer. Okay, children, this is complex form of n number of monomers. This n is showing number of monomers, right? Now, on the basis of structure, whether polymer forms in linear shape, branched manner or cross-linked manner, polymers are classified in three categories. First is linear. Linear means straight chain. This type of arrangement, addition of large number of monomers in linear manner forms unbranched or linear polymer. Okay, children, like this. Second is branched. Branched means when side chain is also present. A small side chain of monomer is present. This is linear and this is side chain. Right? Like this. A small branch which is light in weight is present. Right? So this type of plastic which is forming by repetition of n number of monomers in linear fashion is always light in weight, as number of branch or branches increases, mass of polymer also increases. Now, third type of polymer is highly branched. Or cross-linked polymer. Children, I am drawing the structure of this highly branched or cross-linked polymer like this. First of all, first step is common. Addition of n monomers in linear manner. Right? Then formation of a small branch. Okay? Then further branching like this. Like this. This is cross-linked polymer. Like this. Highly cross-linked polymer. Okay, children? Whole M. Whole M means again presence of n number of monomers. Okay, children. So this one is third type of polymer, highly branched. Right? Then what is the effect of presence of large number of side branches? It forms hard plastic. Nature of plastic depends upon type of polymer. Linear polymer, it means soft plastic, thermoplastic, and presence of branches or side chains or formation of highly branched polymer, it means hard plastic, which is also known as thermostatic plastic. Okay children, so plastics are classified on the basis of structures of polymers. Okay, now next content is classification of plastics or thermoset plastic, right? So children, what is first feature of this one? As I explained in this previous content, thermoplastic is a product of linear polymers, right? So first I am writing here feature of structure. This type of plastic is made by linear arrangement of polymer. Right? This one cross linked polymer. Right? Second, what is the effect of this linear structure in physical properties of thermoplastic? Low melting point. Okay children? Low melting point. It means low temperature is required to melt plastic, right? Now just opposite of low is high. What is the effect of cross-linking? Presence of cross-linking or side branches increases its molecular mass, and increasing molecular mass of plastic increases its melting point. So just opposite of low is high. High, right? So this is unique feature of thermoplastic and thermostatic plastic. Here is repeated. Softening and hardening can be repeated again and again by due to the presence of linear structure of polymers. In this case, softening by once only. It means recycling, remolding of thermostatic plastic is not possible due to its hard structure or presence of cross-linking. Okay children, for example, I am writing this equation for this recycling or remolding of thermoplastic like this. Suppose this is a small piece of thermoplastic like polythene, PVC, polyvinyl chloride. So what happens on heating? First step of recycling is heating. On heating, what happens? Softening, right? Melting of this plastic. This one is plastic, correct? Softening, right? This is softened. Soft plastic, softening occurs. On cooling, it means low temperature is required. Cooling. When cooling is done, then what happens? Hard plastic. Again, this repetition is possible. Again, on heating, this is a symbol of heating. On heating, again soft plastic is obtained, and then by this repeated process we can obtain any desired shape of plastic. Okay, for example, conversion of polythene into toys, right? Example of this one, this is small bag of polythene. We can convert this polythene or polyethylene by repeated heating and cooling into another shape of plastic. Okay, so this is unique property which is shown by thermoplastics. But in case of thermostatic plastic, recycling is not possible. Right? Example of thermostatic plastic, bakelite, which is hard plastic. Okay children, or melamine. Right? What happens? softening occurs only once. So what happens on heating? Soft plastic is obtained. On cooling, hard. But further repetition is not possible. No recycling is done. Okay children, so this is the difference, main difference between thermoplastic and thermostatic plastic. Now, uses of plastics in our daily life, daily use, right? Use of plastic in different fields, right? For example, plastic bags. Okay children, this pen, this marker pen is also made by plastic, right? Furniture, hard plastic, right? Bakelite weight furniture. Okay children, water bottles, right? Use of plastic depends upon our requirement. When soft plastic is required, then always what type of plastic is selected? Thermoplastic. And when hard, then thermostatic plastics, right? Now, which common properties are shown by any type of plastic, either thermoplastic or thermostatic plastic, is always inert. Inert, it means inactive, right? In laboratory children, all chemicals are kept in plastic made containers because plastic is inert, right? No reaction occurs. Right? Under normal conditions. Second, conductivity. Conductivity, it means thermal conductivity when high temperature is provided. Thermal denotes heat. Second is electrical conductivity. Electrical conductivity is shown due to presence of electrons. Okay children, so what is the type of conductivity? Insulator, means conductivity is poor. No conductivity, any type of conductivity, electrical conductivity or thermal conductivity is shown by any type of plastic. Okay, so just opposite of this is poor conductor of heat and electricity, right? Next one is solubility. Solubility. What happens when water is added or plastic piece is dipped into water? Then what happens? What is observed? Next one is the solubility. Plastic is insoluble. Insoluble in water, right? So water is kept in which water? Plastic made water, right? Because plastic does not react with water. This is advantage of plastic in our daily life. Next one children, effect of flame. Okay, any plastic is organic matter, soft plastic or hard plastic. So what is the effect of flame when direct heating is done, not indirect heating, direct burning, heating or burning? Then what happens? Plastic shows this inflammable nature, right? Now, children, disadvantage of plastic. Plastic is non-biodegradable, cannot be decomposed by microbes, Microbes means microorganism like bacteria, right? So what is the disadvantage of plastic? Plastic is non-biodegradable. This one. Use of 4R principle, right? Because plastic is non-biodegradable, right? Non-biodegradable. It means any type of plastic cannot be decomposed by microbes like bacteria. Plastic remains in this same position. So this feature of plastic is known as non-biodegradable nature. Then what is required? As a responsible citizen, what is required, children? How to minimize the how to minimize the pollution due to use of plastic is by applying this formula. 4R. Use of 4R. First, 1R denotes reuse. It means what type of plastic is good? Reuse. Where recycling is possible. It means thermoplastic. Second is recycled. Recycling is done. Third R denotes refuse. It being possible. Right? Use cotton made bags, jute made bags, because cotton and jute both are biodegradable. Right? Next one, last one, reduce. Okay? Reuse, recycle, refuse, reduce. So this principle is known as 4R principle.